Welcome back to the South Coast Showdown. Here at St Mary's, things continue to go pretty well. And today we have a trip to the Emirates to play Arsenal. And then, big cup game against our hated rival, Watford. So, let's go play some football. So, a trip to Arsenal. You've seen us play Arsenal before. I believe we actually beat them. As you can see from the table, we're still fourth. We have a game in hand. This is our game in hand at the moment that we'll be playing now, which means we could go third if we won. As long as we don't get panned, we will stay fourth. I mean, 50 points, we are well and truly safe. So, I'm happy with that. We'll have a look at our recent form. Obviously you saw us beat West Ham in the cup. We then beat Brentford in the league, couple of early goals. Flirted with throwing it away, but we didn't. Beat Forest, who I think we made a mess of. Did we? No, we made a mess of them last season. Well, we've beaten them easily twice this season. Yeah, comfortable win. And then the last game out against Villa, Danny Ings scored against us because of course he did. Ollie Watkins scored against us because of course he did. I mean, one former player, other one always scores against us. And things were not going particularly well. Vitor Roque was having a bad game up front. Kieran Dow was doing nothing. Swapped a couple of people out. Balogun came on, scored, got us back in the game. Sam Amayor, who I've pushed up into the first team squad because we have a bit of a lack of cover because Joe Aribo is out. On the right, he came on and was involved in the second goal, which Andreas Schelderup grabbed to get us back to 2-2. So, from 2-0 down, I was happy with the point, but not happy with the performance. As you can see, our defenders didn't really cover themselves in glory particularly either. However, now, we do have, and you may have noticed one or two on there, the sharper-eyed amongst you, that we have done a little bit of transfer business. Now, a lot of this stuff is loans. Sam Mather, who he's decent, and I think he'll be a half-decent player, but I just don't think he's going to be top-end Premier League quality. So we've sold him to QPR, 800,000, rising to 2.5. Phil Hannifan, again, no one who's just not going to be good enough for us. About $500,000 for him. Che Adams, 17 million in the end we got for Che Adams, which, considering he's done nothing all season, because I haven't really been using him because he isn't good enough anymore, not too bad. Crystal Palace, you're welcome. Now, Joshua Eze, Marco Soldo, both gone out on loan. As you can see, Mr. Tino Livramento has gone out on loan. I cannot get rid of him. I mean, he is supposedly worth 40 million. I mean, you can see his valuation before. It was in the mid-40s. So, I offer him out. Nothing. 30 million. Nothing. 20 million. Nothing. 15 million. Nothing. Basically, Tino Livramento is what I have suspected he has been for about a year. Which is not actually all that good. Hence the distinct lack of interest in him. I think we offered him out for 10 million, finally got some nibbles, 3 teams were interested, tried to up the value a little bit, and they were just like, no. And then I got told by the board that I couldn't accept those offers anyway because they weren't willing to sell him for less than 21 million. It's like, well, no one wants him at 21 million, so he's got a year left. We'll try and get rid in the summer because I could really do with that cash to fund some things, especially as I've got my eye on a very cheeky young goalkeeper. Now, Kevin Alvarez, he was the one we were waiting for, obviously, to greenlight trying to sell Tino, which didn't happen. But he is a good, solid right back, better than Tino, so is our backup, or possibly actually vying for the starting role at right full back. Kyle Walker-Peters will have to be playing well to stay in the side now. And being as his last game wasn't too good, Alvarez will actually start today because Walker-Peters needs the rest after the weekend anyway. Now, you may also have spotted this cheeky little bargain. Giovanni Lo Celso. Now, Tottenham fans watching this may well think, well, he's not that good, we've loaned him out. Should you have done? Because, I mean, forgive me for saying so, there's a decent amount of green on that screen. We've got him as an advanced playmaker, but he can box to box reasonably well if we need him to. I just happened to spot that we only had 4 central midfielders, which is not enough. So he was a 5th one, and I mean, look at that. His value, 16.5 to 18 million. We got him for 2.2. Tottenham were selling him. They actually listed him at that price. I mean, 4 million in wages, but I'm prepared to pay that when I've only paid 2 million for you. So, more than happy with him. He came on in that last game against Villa and will probably start today, I would imagine, because we have players to get healthy. So, well, I mean, we've got Lavia. Lavia's not doing... He's not unhealthy, is he? But... Actually, no. I will leave Lavia in. As you can see, Sam Amayor is actually getting the start today because Dowell was so disappointing. Balogun is back in to start for Roque. Can't get one of them to be consistent for long. Sort of like they'll have a decent performance, and then within a couple of games they'll be sort of like, oh, no show again, basically. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Right, well, I think we're probably okay with that lineup. So, okay, right, cup games. Let's go then. Lavia and Ward-Prowse developing a good partnership in midfield. Still haven't seen JWP score a free kick, but never mind. Oh, good. They're not playing Odegaard. I mean, they are playing some good quality players still, so, you know. Right, they seem to like this one. That seems to motivate them. So let's tell them the media think they're good. Right. I mean, I'm expecting to get beaten here. We're on a 10-game unbeaten run, but it's got to end sometime, and probably against the likes of Arsenal. Although if we could finish Arsenal off, I mean, that would get them probably far enough back that we probably wouldn't have to worry about them being... Oh, hello, off the outside of the post. Not entirely sure I like the fact we just sort of seem to let him run with that, but never mind. Oh, it's all Arsenal in this opening stage. Oh, well, a good save, Livakovic. Need a good game from you today. Started all right. Thumped it upfield. Shelder up. Oh, took it down nicely. Lavia picks it up. Plays the pass straight at Scalvini. Now, hang on. That is weird. I'll tell you why once this highlight is done, if it ever gets done. Oh my god. Right, well, while Arsenal are celebrating, basically, Scalvini, I think... I was on the Xbox with my nephew last night, and we were going through players that he could try and sign for his Arsenal FIFA career mode. And Scalvini was one of those ones that came up who wasn't at Arsenal then, and apparently in this save Arsenal seem to have signed him. So that's a bit weird, isn't it? Well, I mean, this has basically, you know, been the start we have engineered for ourselves. Not good. Right. Okay. Are we going anywhere with this? Oh, there we go. Alvarez. Go on, Kevin. Oh, nicely done. Oh, God, Ramsdale. Oh. If only we'd been playing England, that would have been Pickford and he'd have missed it. Right, let's have this fade to black, please. There we go, thank you. I mean, Balogun obviously against his former side, the side we signed him from. We have not done a lot here, have we? Right, I'm going to demand more, lads, because I mean, I know they probably are better than us and we're overperforming. I have to try and keep that in mind, that we are clearly overperforming. But showing up would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, God. Oh, seriously? Arsenal? We're getting goals like that, are we? I do hope this has given us offside. Because let's face it, Saka should have done better with the finish and it just sort of like hit matey. No, it's a goal, isn't it? Of course it's a goal. I mean, look at this. Look at this. There's no way you intended this. I mean, yeah, oh, yeah, obviously you just happened to be pushing your leg out that way before he'd even shot. Shut up. Alright, I'll tell you what, we'll just give it back to you and let you try again, shall we? You had space to move into there. Why didn't you move into the space? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, go on, shoulder up. Get it in. Balogun. Oh, come on. It's your former team. You're almost duty bound to score. Part of the reason you're in the lineup. Well, that and the fact that Vittel was terrible last time out. And you, apparently, are having a really bad game as well. Even though you've got into 3 really good positions, but apparently you can't score against Arsenal. Did we put something in the contract? Was that part of the deal? Oh, Bella chap. I mean, honestly, we have not defended well, but we've attacked reasonably well. I think we've been in it. Shelderup apparently is dead on his feet. I'm not entirely sure why. Right, well, I'm going to tell them they were terrible, apparently. I mean, when you look at the match ratings, you can see why he thinks that. Awful, quite frankly. Right, well... the trouble is, I can only take 5 of you off, can't I? Right, well, let's put Arribas and Vitor Roque on, because those two are just playing badly, and we kind of want them for Watford. Let's rest Valeri. And let's see what happens with the rest of that. Right. Don't normally make that much in the way of substitutions at half time, but right, well, let's demand some more as well. And we can't afford to lose by another goal, lads, because we might actually slip out of top 4 if you concede another one. Oh, for heaven's sake, get it down! All this bloody head tennis. Oh, don't put the challenge in then. Just don't. Are you that scared of giving away a penalty? Remember, we've got Livakovic back there. He saves penalties for breakfast. Probably should eat something, to be perfectly honest, rather than saving penalties, but... Right. Okay, Lavia is absolutely dead, so Lo Celso can come on. And Alvarez is not particularly healthy either, is he? But I'm going to freshen it up with Gagliardini instead, because Alvarez is actually playing well. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to put Lawrence on for Bella Kotchap. Alvarez needs to get match fit, so we'll put him out there. Demand a bit more. We're not going to get any more. We're going to lose, clearly. Probably 2-0. But... oh, hey, Jamie Lawrence. It's the substitute. Grabs a goal. All of a sudden. That's a JWP assist from the free kick. Terrible goalkeeping, to be honest, Ramsdale. Pickford-esque, one might say. Oh, go on, lads. Go on, Victor. Go on. No, that's not going on, is it? That's finding the nearest defender and running straight at him. Oh, hello. Well done, Sam. Oh, takes it past. Alvarez. Nianzou. Oh, what is that? That was out. The bloody corner, ref. Come on. That doesn't seem to have been the highlight either. Oh, what is that? Oh my god. I have no idea how you let him just bring that down perfectly. And then, goodness only knows what happened after that. Well, I mean, we weren't that bad, despite the fact we clearly didn't play well. I mean, the match ratings tell you we didn't play well, but we still actually created a decent amount. I'm still going to tell them I'm not happy with the performance, because I'm not. But right, got to bounce back from that. It's Watford next. We have to beat Watford. FA Cup 4th round. It's Watford, or as we know them down here on the south coast, bloody Watford. So we have got the better of them this season so far. It's a decent, strong lineup for us. Don't care what theirs is like. Don't know. Right, let's give them the old media credit thing again. Didn't do a huge amount against Arsenal, but that was Arsenal away. So, right, can we get into the 5th round? And then can Portsmouth pull the upset at Stoke and join us there and give us that shot at being drawn against each other? Because it's still at least 2 years away from meeting in the league, because Saints aren't going down this season, and even if Portsmouth go up, they'll have to go up again, and I can't see that happening next season. Arribas back in the lineup. Oh, that was beautifully worked by the three. Arribas to Vitor Roque, laid it off to Dowell. We're watching this one again. Dowell, who played it out to Arribas in the first place, cut back in, dribbled inside, got it to Vitor Roque. Lovely touch. And, I mean, Alexandro needs to get basically larger nipples, because he would have probably stopped that if he had. Right. Okay. Let's. Oh, there we go. Good stuff. Arribas. See this? It does make me wonder at some point whether Sheldrake might have to undergo a conversion to actually being a forward, because Arribas plays really well most of the time when he's on. But, of course, he doesn't get in the side so much because Sheldrake should be there. Oh, Lo Celso. Not easy to say when you haven't got your teeth in. Right. Okay. Sutalo, who is back from an injury. Walker Peters, as you can see, back on the right. Lovely switch of play. Oh, that's beautiful stuff. Arribas again. Knocks it back. Valeri. No. Lawrence. JWP. KWP. Okay. Not really sure we want you shooting from there, Kyle, if I'm honest. Okay. Kieran Dowell back in the side, although Aribo is on the bench, having basically recovered from his injury. Well, Watford really should have got that away, and Arribas makes it 2. Dowell to Arribas. Dowell, who didn't bother going and joining the celebrations, apparently. I mean, to be fair, Watford, terrible. Where you're going is beyond me, mate, because you just wandered off and left him, and he was all alone. Right, well, that's a decent enough start. Right, no, don't praise them when they might just be about to concede a goal. Although, at this rate, Kieran Dowell having a great game so far. Ward-Prowse, Arribas. Oh, could have been 3. We are playing some great stuff at times. Celso's sort of slotting in. I mean, obviously his match sharpness isn't great, and he's getting familiar with the tactic at the moment, so I'm not expecting huge amounts out of Lo Celso in the early days. Right, well, we've been the better side, but we can be better than we are. See, I mean, Vitor Roque, it's good to see actually that he hasn't scored but is playing a 7.3. I know he's got an assist, but it is nice to see a forward doing his bit despite not actually scoring. Now, we'll get this to about 20 minutes to go. Nothing really happening. And let's give Mr. Aribo some game time. And let's get Ari Bass off. Give him a good round of applause. Now, I want Lo Celso to get some match sharpness and some tactical familiarity, so I'm going to leave him on. Actually, I'm going to take Valeri off as well. Give him a little bit of a rest. And a bit more praise for the lads. JWP, try and find one of those centre-back heads. Oh, he does. Bosco Schutalo, back in the side, on the score sheet. And 5th round, here we come, I think. Famous last words. As Watford produced one of the great comebacks of all time. Oh, lovely header. Well, oh, first goal of the season, of course it is. Right, let's just pull that back to balanced and just kill the game off a bit, boys. Dribble less, just knock the ball around. It'll be fine. Okay, is this just end of game highlight, or are we going to get another one, or are we going to really make ourselves nervous? No reason whatsoever. Right, well, kept him well. Plays it to shoulder up, gets it across. Oi, Vitor Roque, 4-1. Have that, your hornety gits. Nice to see Shoulder Up actually trying to cross it with his legs. I mean, there was some shocking goalkeeping going on there, quite frankly. It's like watching prime Pickford. But 4-1, 5th round, comfortable win. We do seem to have got over our Watford woes. So maybe I'll stop disliking them quite so intensely now. But I still don't like them. Anyway, marching on to the 5th round. Come on, Saints. Okay, just back to sum up. As you can see from the screen, we've just done the 5th round draw for the Cup. We've ended up home Newcastle, so could have been easier, but, you know, I think we've turned them over already this season, so it's winnable. Yeah, so I can't say exactly which games we'll be back for, but it will probably be 2 games towards the end of the season, and then we'll wrap the season up there and try and move on and see what we can do in the summer transfer window. So, thank you very much for joining me for this mixed episode. But, you know, Cup progress, can't complain. So, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.